And I think you remember this card, it's one of the quality cards. So you need your intuition today, your heart. Yeah? Okay. Right. This is what we're doing. And you had this session yesterday about your beliefs, right? And beliefs are strong. And we love to hold on to them sometimes. Yeah? And I like to get the link. What we're doing today has a lot to do also with our beliefs. How much we challenge our beliefs, because our beliefs come from our thoughts, right? And who is responsible for what's going on in your head? Yeah. So it's a lot about checking today, raising your consciousness when you are in challenging situations. What I'm thinking right now, not just speaking. Because when you think, finally it finds its way out. The mouth or your body language or whatever you do. Right? So be inspired by those posters. Yeah? And it's about empowering thoughts about the self and others. So before we have now a little exercise. What was this? It was now. It's about when you start doing all these challenges, it's also quite important to remember about all the things we probably have got and given by those people which maybe challenged us in the past. And our wake-up exercise, so that you don't have to do the frontal teaching all the time, we will demonstrate now, me and Moses, so that you see what we mean by this, being grateful towards people who might also given us sorrow in the past. Yeah? And you share this with a partner, you just go around like last time, but we do a little exercise now. Hi Moses. How are you? Yeah. So, have you remembered actually some of the stuff of the past where you were so upset about your family? Can you ever be grateful to such people?
At that time, I didn't see anything I could be grateful for about them.
About what in particular are you speaking about?
I remember something that has always been an issue to me. I had an auntie who, every time she was a teacher in a school.
Oh dear.
So whenever she would visit our home, the first thing we would hate her for coming was she's going to make us do homework.
Oh God.
And if we didn't do our homework, she would beat us, or she would deprive us of nice, good things, or she would make us not watch TV in the evenings.
So, but what are you grateful then about?
But later when I realized that she was disciplining me
All right.
to learn to do my homework on time.
Oh yeah, it's true, isn't it?
And also to be able to ask for assistance to use her advantage of being at home because she was a teacher.
Oh.
So by that time, I didn't see anything good.
Oh.
Later on now, I realized that it was a good thing for me because I've become who I am in being disciplined.
Okay. Okay. You know, you remind me of the story about my sister. Yeah, lately saw her when I was back home. Oh my God, we would be on each other's neck and couldn't stand each other. And when I really talked to her last time, you know, I mean, she was so much always against what I did. From day one, I could probably speak to her. But she really made me to stick to my own truth and not giving up. And really she made me to understand how it's important not to vouch into someone who is pretty dominating towards me, so that I don't give in and I don't allow this happening to me. So I think she made me really a stronger person.
Wow, that's why I believe what you said.
Yeah, it's good in a way to look about your experiences. Okay, you got it? Does it remind you probably a little bit on what we learned last time? So I invite you to get out of your seats, look for someone, and try to share, even if it's not someone you feel is giving you sorrow, or whatever, anyone you think you are grateful for what they gave to you. Okay? Cool? Music on? Yes, you can sit a little bit and think. Oh.
So tell me,
Oh.
you used to say that people didn't acknowledge you, people didn't really appreciate you about certain things. So tell me some of the things what people really didn't really appreciate.
You know that I like to be creative and actually, I like people from all over the world, and I think I'm really friendly, nice, love people. The only thing they say in my family, she loves to go to school and study, and she knows everything better. Oh, it's so upsetting. If they would ever see that I really just learn because I love it.
Oh, no.
And that I'm loving and caring and not just being brains. I hate it. But I like to study, you know.
Okay.
And you? How are you at home?
Gosh, it was so bad. You know, back home, they say it takes a village to raise a
Oh,
child.
no, I know. Now all the aunties are coming.
Now, every person was an auntie, uncle, grandma, granddad. So I would just run into anybody's home.
Yeah.
Just be laughing, laugh with them, and next minute I get home, I get a serious telling of, why did you go to that home? Why did you go to that home? But what they did not realize that I was just kind of a friendly person who
You are
was
so friendly. You
so
speak to all the
sociable.
children.
That's right. I'll go to the granddads and I'll sit down and say, tell me some stories you used to go through when you were growing up. And then I'll go to the young kids and tell them, listen, I am an old man. This is what I used to do. Instantly I'm an actor. But they did not realize that it was all part of engagement.
You want him to be friendly. I know you make me laugh and I'm
I used to get into some serious
and then
trouble.
never say that, no.
That's right. And then the other thing, I'll watch my mom washing dishes. Okay?
But she's funny also. Why can't she see it about you?
You don't know what all people are like. So I'll go watch her washing dishes, then I'll go and get the washing soap we use for clothes. I'll start washing dishes, then get the dishes, the soapy dishes, put them back in the cupboards, and then I'll be asked, who washed the dishes and left the soap on? It was me. Why did you do it? I was trying to help. But she didn't realize that I was just being this helpful person. It was just a matter of directing me, this is how you do it, you don't do it that way.
Anyway.
But later on, now I do it, and I love what I do.
I know. I wish they would have seen it, but well, not well. Maybe they don't know better, but if they would see it, I just would feel a little bit more comfortable at home.
But I
Anyway.
realized nobody saw the good in them, so they could not see it in others.
Maybe, I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, that's it. For this particular exercise, we have another demonstration for you. And you will work in groups. In 4 groups this time. In 4 groups you will work.
4 kişilik gruplar halinde çalışacaksınız bu çalışmayı.
And there are 4 questions you will answer together.
4 soru var. Toplamda cevap vereceğiz.
And I hope you will find some solutions out of your wonderful answers. And create some images. But now we're going through this answer. Oh, are you with me?
Yes, I am.
We're acting already. So it's about being truthful to ourselves.
Kendine karşı dürüst olmak, gerçekçi olmak. Kendine karşı gerçekçi olmak.
How we actually really deal with matters which bother us. Yeah, which is not easy for us personally.
Nasıl çözmeye çalışırız? Canımızı sıkan durumları nasıl ortadan kaldırmaya çalışırız?
And I chose quite a couple of controversial situations which can happen.
Bu fotoğraflardaki durumlardan herhangi birini seçip de cevaplayabilirsiniz diyor. Canım sıkan durumlara nasıl çözüm bulabilirim?
But it could be anything for you.
Violence, şiddet, her türlü olabilir. Yani fiziksel,
So, and there are these 4 questions, and me and Moses, we are being together here, and we are actually 2 educators trying to do our job, colleagues, yeah? And we had another beautiful afternoon of mayhem in our project. Students came from abroad. Teacher complained. Students are upset. Staff is upset. And I think I did something stupid and he did something stupid as well to make it even worse than it was already. Oh my God. We didn't get it right, the 2 of us. Did we? Oh, right. Oh, they told us what? Oh, we have to speak louder, come on.
Sorry, didn't hear anything else translation.
Okay. Oh, Moses, I know it wasn't right, but I just judge quickly when someone is just excluded and they just bully someone around, and I should just shut my mouth, but I can't, and it wasn't right because there was so much going on before, but I just jumped into it and I judged the other teacher, and it wasn't right.
So what made you come to that conclusion?
I just have this thing, if I feel that someone is excluded and isn't taught and someone does it, then I don't like this, and I just barged in instead of using my brain and my feelings, and I made a statement and I upset now the teacher because she's really nice and she really tried hard, and I didn't know the whole story, but I was judging bloody too quick.
Okay.
And now she's upset with me, so I have to go and apologize.
Okay.
I hope she does it now.
So have you had any reflections to it? Have you thought about your actions, maybe the consequences of your actions? Have you done anything like that?
Yeah, of course, and I should have asked her.
Okay.
But never mind, I just didn't, and I just thought she does it wrong, and she's not treating the kid right, and I just defended the kid, and it's just habit.
I understand. So you thought that
Habit.
protective
Like him, yeah, sometimes.
mention, but then it turns out to be habit, which is can be good or not bad. Now,
What did you do today? You just had another, you had also something like that.
oh
So,
my goodness.
what did you do today? I had a bad day.
You want to know. To be honest with you, I feel like packing up my bags and just go and say, you know what, this is not for me.
Okay, no, don't do this. If you leave me here alone, I have to migrate
But
back to Germany.
one of the things I realized, I think it was about me more than just the situation itself.
What happened?
I had to get the nuggets. I had to learn out of the situation. Because he is a chap, I've sent him to his placement, then he turns around, he tells me, oh, I got lost, but I took him there yesterday. I showed him the buses he needs to take, I showed him the time he needs to be there, I gave him the contact number for the place. So the person calls me, where's the young chap? I said, well, he should be there because it's 10 o'clock, he's supposed to start there.
So what happened? You called him and told him off, didn't you?
So he calls me, tells me I'm lost. I said, okay, no problem. Call the place and go back tomorrow. The following day he didn't wake up on time.
Bir de uyanmamış zamanında, uyanıp çıksaymış zaten yetişirmiş yani panikle.
Then he goes to the placement. The manager tells him, I'm sorry, I've given up the place to another person who is interested. So I find another place for the young guy. He still couldn't be bothered to go there. So I was so cheesed off. I felt like telling him off completely. But then I realized that, you know what? Maybe it's a different approach I need to use. Eventually, he tells me he's so scared of traveling.
Couldn't he tell you that at the first day? That's another judgment, sorry, Moses.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
I'll forgive you for that.
All right.
So I had to sit down with him, but then back in the back of my mind, I was always told that German kids are very stubborn and they are very straight-minded. If they don't want to do something, you can never get them to do anything. So for me, I already believe, why would I do? Anyway, I don't think it's going to do anything.
Oh.
So I have already prejudged him.
Oh.
Although I'm doing my job professionally,
Oh.
but in the back of my mind, I said, I'm going to get no results out of it.
Mm-hmm.
However, on the other hand, I realized, okay, if you're scared of traveling, how about if you come and work with us here, so we can get you into the routine of knowing just one route to get here, and then I can show you a different way of how you can do things.
Oh, this is how he ended up in our office.
Oh yes.
Thank
Then I
you
put
very
him on
much.
the computer and say, okay, let's see. How can you use the internet if you know? He froze. People said, I can't do nothing, I can't use the top of the computer. I said, are you sure? Not to realize that he's always been told you're good for nothing, you will never mount up to anything, you don't know anything, you're rubbish. Until I started looking at the positive side to him, how bright he was, how brilliant he was. But I had to believe it before I could say to him. Eventually, he got the best out of it. He learned how to use the internet, he learned how to use the computer. In fact, he said, Moses, look, I am on Facebook. And I said, are you sure you're on Facebook? Yes. How did you do it? I learned how to do it.